Good morning, afternoon, evening, folks, wherever you are, whatever time of the day it is. I'm just going to shut the window for a little less traffic noise. Welcome to Yoga with Laurie and Berkshire Yoga Dance and Fitness. You can see by my garb that the weather is warming up, and I look forward to spending the next 45 minutes to an hour with you on the mat today. And I want it to be a little bit of a curious yoga today because, quite frankly, I'm exhausted. I have been doing several heavy-duty workouts this week, and my body's sore and achy. So I'm not totally sure where the class will go to, but I am curious. So I'm as curious as you right now. So bear with me, and I hope whatever unfolds and unpacks, led by my own body's intuition, will be something that's you can give yourself that space to explore as well. Let's start in a prone position. Come down onto your back into Shavasana. Shavasana. All right, I hope it's not a 45-minute Shavasana. And in that position, imagine that you've just completed your yoga class and the whole body is ready to let go. Noticing where you can unclutch, release, and where you cannot, where you're still holding on. Perhaps you're anticipating this or that. And anticipation means thoughts of the future. And perhaps there's thoughts of the past. Can you, and when I say you, I mean me, can I completely be as I am without expectation? Can I allow myself to sink back into the felt sense of the body, the movement of the breath, the sounds in the space? In other words, can I be present? Present with what is, without force or manipulation to move into what should be. Let the breath start to deepen. At first, just a natural deepening, a more conscious focus on the breath. And then allow your attention on the breath to become an action on the breath. As you exhale, start to draw the navel back in towards the spine and feel the low back press into the mat. If it helps, exhale through the mouth, pursed lips breath. Inhale through the nose. Putting all your attention, all your action onto the exhale only. Letting go, squeezing the navel back, feeling the low back imprint, and then release. Let the inhale naturally fill the lungs. And notice that the inhale is a direct rebound from how much effort you put into the exhale. As you exhale deeper and deeper, longer and longer, the inhale bounces back, filling the lungs naturally, deeply. 3 more breaths in this way. Squeeze empty, pulling the navel back towards the spine, squeezing the buttocks, emptying completely, and then release. Let the rebound inhale fill the lungs naturally, unforcedly. 1 more breath. This time, as the inhale comes up, bring the right knee up and squeeze the right knee towards the right shoulder. Inhale, release. As you exhale, switch sides. Left knee comes up, squeezing left knee in towards the shoulder, letting everything go, pulling the navel back. Now I'll exaggerate the sound of the exhale with the sound alternating side to side. You move at the speed of your own breath, your own exhale. And just notice if that rhythm changes. On the next exhale, add a little more effort as you squeeze in and lift the head towards the knee. Inhale, release. Switch sides. Let the inhale be natural. Letting the action start to grow slowly, naturally. Working in the pain-free range of motion of your body. Let it be an exploration of change. Where does this journey called yoga take you today? As you inhale, bring the hands over the head, adding a little more movement to this sequence of events. Like a train coming out of the station, allow the momentum of movement to build. It could build in complexity. It could build in speed. It could slow in speed and become less complex. Just follow those movements of your own body, feeling it wake up, and already noticing how different those movements have created a whole different sense of who you are in these few minutes of breath and movement. Now the next time, bring one knee up and then the other. Squeeze the knees towards the shoulders and rock from side to side. Keep the thighs off the belly. Massaging out that low back area. And then pause for a moment as you bring the soles of the feet together. Slide the hands down towards the shins and lift the head for a moment. Now pull the shins towards you. As you do, feel the feet press in towards each other, knees out to the side. If you can reach the hands around the outside edges of the feet. Now clasp the hands to hold you. If you have a strap handy, you can also use a strap. So you've got a secure hold with the feet, pulling the feet forward with the hands, and the hands being pushed away with the feet. The knees will be the resultant vector that opens up and pulls the shoulders away from the ears. Feel yourself in bound angle pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. Feel that. Let the breath hold you. Feel all the sensations in the shoulders, the neck, the knees, the hips. And then release, peel the feet apart. Remove the strap. Happy baby. Rock from side to side. New sensations. Allow the sensations to be there. And in my own mind, I'm resisting the story that my mind wants to create about the sensations from all those workouts I've had this week. Letting go, just bathing in the sensation, breath, sound, movement. Exhale, bring the knees together, clasp the back of the thighs, and start to rock forward and backward. Just feeling that motion forward and backward. The next time you come up, hold that position. Hold the legs. Feel yourself in that balanced pose, allowing yourself the joy of struggling for balance. Feeling the core of the body hold you as you lift the shoulders up, back, and down, creating shape. Being mindful to create shape, feeling that deep V from the thighs, down to the hips, up to the shoulders, and then slowly extend the legs. Extend the legs, press out through the heels, toes curled back towards the shins. Open the toes out and feel that sensation as you release the hands, palms face up. Feel the sensations, the warmth grow in the body. Feel, notice. If there's story there, allow the story to go. Unclutch from the story. Stay focused on the breath and the sensations. For 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly come up. Come onto all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, facing the front of your mat. Spread the hands evenly underneath the shoulders. Press down with the outer rim of the finger pads and heel palm. Rotate elbows in and forward. As you do, look ahead, look out in front of you, and feel the low back arching as the pelvis tilts forward. Tailbone lifts, sacred cow. Feel sacred cow. Close the eyes for a moment, bring your attention down through the body. Feel the shoulders, arms straight, elbows pivoting in and forward. Low back arching, belly hanging, knees feeling the texture of the mat, and toes can be pressing down against the mat, feet pointing out. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone. Pull the navel back towards the spine. Draw the navel in. Let the shoulder blades round out, creating a spherical, a circle, a sphere, a ball in the mid-back, facing the ceiling, chin to the chest. Look back between the thighs. Feel the release in the neck. Feel your angry cat. Connect these two poses with the breath. Inhaling, exhaling cat. In your own time. Exaggerating the stretch in both directions if you can. Feel it as a luxurious stretch. On the next inhale, extend the left leg behind you, drop the ball of the foot. Now press the top of the mat away. Push back through that back heel. As you push back through the back heel, bring the left hip forward so you really find the back of that left leg. Create a delicious stretch. Inhale, release, float that foot up behind you. Drive out through the heel, roll the left hip down towards the ground. For a little more fun, extend the right hand out, feel the balance. Now you can remain in this static version of bird dog pose or create a dynamic elbow to navel, knee to head. Exhale, inhale, extend. The next time you extend, pause, hold. Once again, you can remain in static bird dog or bend that left knee. Right hand traces the horizon behind you, grabs hold of the left foot, and lifts the left foot up. Open the chest, lift the knee, lift the corners of the mouth. Feel that opening in the back of that left leg. Breathe, feel, allow, and notice. Exhale, release the foot. Right hand back to the mat. Bring that left knee out to the side. Feel your fire hydrant. And then bring that left knee to the right knee. Kick the foot, keeping the knee bent. Kick the foot to the ceiling as high as you can. Bring it around to the side. Big fire hydrant. Knee to knee. Rotating that left leg about that hip. Big circles. Lubricating. Letting go of the story. The next time you push up, bring out to the side, fire hydrant, extend that left leg and drop the foot down onto the mat. Have that foot parallel to the long edge of the mat. And then simply start to pulse the hips back and forth. Pulsing the hips back and forth is going to vary depending on where you put your right foot. The further the right foot comes towards the left side of the mat, you can go back a little further and create a nice release in awkward child pose. Just allow yourself to hang out in awkward child, sitting back towards that right heel. Keep the left ankle nicely stretched out as the exterior edge of the left foot presses down into the mat. And then create a little pulsing here, just a little ballistic pulse. And then inhale, come up onto the hands, curl the toes of the right foot, and press back into awkward down dog. Press through the left hand, press through the right heel, press through the right hand, press through the left heel. Plenty of length as the crown of the head reaches for your thumbs. A big stretch on that right rib cage. Lifting the head, looking between the hands, lift that left foot up. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Come onto the balls of both feet. And bring the heels together, bend the knees. You might want to walk the hands back a little bit as you sit back into the heels. Sit bones to heels, head towards feet. Feel the sensations in hovering malasana. Now rotate knees towards each other. Keep on the balls of the feet, knees bent. Fingers spread comfortably wide, not stressing the hands. Lengthening through the arms. Wrap the shoulder blades towards the ribs as if you're trying to rotate the eyes of the elbows to the ceiling. Now lengthen, tailbone away. Crown of the head reaches for the thumbs. When you cannot push back any further, start to straighten the heels. Pushing the heels back. Feel the legs attempt to straighten against the mat. Downward dog. Letting go of story. Walk the hands a little further forward. Come onto the balls of the feet. Come into your plank pose. Just a little doming in the back, not too much. Tucking the tailbone. And then exhale, drop the knees wide. Toes down. Melt back into child. Let everything dissolve. Let everything go. Reach the arms, lift the elbows, let the right hand slide under the left arm, come down onto that right shoulder. Feeling what draws you here, perhaps just hanging out here might be all you need. Feeling that right shoulder blade come away from the spine. Allowing yourself to feel this thoracic rotation and its effects. Alternatively, you can bring that left hand closer to the head and push into the mat, rolling towards the back of the head, looking towards the ceiling. Or lifting the hand, hands to heaven. Or bending the elbow, coming into a half bind. And in that half bind, bringing the left shoulder back. Exhale, unwind. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tabletop. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, lift the tailbone, arms straighten, elbows rotate forward, lift the chin, feel your sacred cow. Feel the low back. Almost like the whole front of the body is trying to arch into a beautiful circle. And then exhale, tuck tailbone, tilt the pelvis back. Draw the navel in and feel the rounding of the back. Shoulder blades apart. Let the neck go. Let the back of the neck release. Connect breath and movement. Cat and cow. On the next inhale, extend that right foot back. Drop the ball of the foot. Press through the heel, releasing that back cuff. Inhale, release the tension. Float that right foot back. Hips square. Option to lift the left hand. Static or dynamic. Your choice. At any time, you need to come back to child. Listening to your body. Allowing. Letting go of judgment. Just allowing it to wake up. The next time you extend, pause, hold, feel. Trace the left hand around the horizon, grabbing that back foot. And then start to feel this potential. The whole front of the body trying to arch up and open, knee lifts up, bringing that back thigh up. Chest lifts, shoulders come back. Corners of the mouth lift. There's this total sense of everything trying to lift off the ground, as if your hand is trying to pull you up into the air. Exhale, release. Bring that right knee out to the side. Big fire hydrant. Knee to knee. Foot to ceiling. Pushing. Bring it out. Fire hydrant. Big, slow, deliberate circles. Releasing the hips in that moisturizing motion of rotation, moisturizing the bones, the joints, in that drier connective tissue where the leg meets the hip. Feel the gift of the hip. The next time you come out into fire hydrant, extend that right foot, drop the foot parallel to the long edge of the mat. Press down with the exterior side of that foot. And then pulse. Pulse slowly, deliberately, with the breath until you feel and find awkward child. Keep the extension of that exterior right ankle so you feel the inner lift of the right thigh. Opening the hips. When the breath sinks into the posture, extend the arms, elbows lifted. Left hand under right. All the choices you have in this position. You can hang out here. You can unwind. You can invite the right hand to heaven. Half bind. And in half bind, you can invite that right shoulder up and back, deepening the sensation. When you're ready, release, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Curl the toes of that back foot. Lift, press back, both legs straight. When both legs are straight, keep pressing into the mat until you feel stretch move from the back of the legs into the ribs. Keep the neck long. Crown of the head reaches for the thumbs, tailbone, and crown of the head trying to get as far apart as possible until you feel sensation all through the left rib cage. Look between the hands as you float that right foot back, heels together, heels lifted, bend the knees out, sink back into the heels, hovering Malasana. Rotate knees towards each other, keeping the knees bent. Starting with the hands grounded down, outer edges, fingers comfortably wide. Now press through heel palms, thumbs, fingers. Feel the length in the arms. Rotating eyes of elbows towards the ceiling. Lengthen crown away. Press heels towards mat. Downward dog. Bend the knees. Look between the hands. Step, walk, float, or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold. And in forward fold, simply feeling the upper body dangling. Neck dangling, head dangling, arms, torso. And start a sway going. Start a sway going like the upper body has become the trunk of an elephant, swaying from side to side. Bring the hands to the shins, below the knees, straighten the legs, extend the arms, create structure in bookshelf pose. Feel a long back. Feel the length of the neck join in as part of the elongation of the spine. Exhale, soft knees dangle. Drop the hips down low as if you're squatting, and then bring the hands out to the sides like big wings. Press through the heels. Lift up, rotate hands towards heaven. Reaching up. Hands in prayer. Push the hands into each other, elbows come out. Like you're having a pushing contest between the hands, let the hands drop down. thumbs to chest, shoulders back and down. Bring the elbows down to the ribs. Samatiti, pose of attention. Feel your practice. Feel that journey from Shavasana, how far we've come. Simply allowing the body to find its journey into the practice today. Letting yourself be surprised by that journey. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bookshelf. Exhale, earth. Inhale, reverse swan. Exhale, prayer, samatiti. 2 more rounds in your own time. Follow your breath. If you want to move faster than me, take more rounds. If you're going slower, less rounds. Feel the expression of these sun breaths coming from your belly, not the mind. Let the breath, the belly, guide the movement. Ujjayi breath if you like. Close the eyes and feel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bookshelf pose. Exhale, earth. Take a giant step back with that left foot. Drop the left knee. Drop the left toes. Inhale, reaching up, exalted warrior. And then exhale, sweep that left hand forward, right hand back. Look towards that right hand. And then switch. Right hand forward, left hand back. Follow the gaze, follow that left hand. And then switch. And switch. Each exhale, looking back. The next time you come to neutral, reach up. And this time as you reach up, bring the hands forward, sweep both hands inside that right foot, and then wrap that right hand behind the right calf, thumb to pinky toe. Feel Ecto Konasana. As you curl the toes of that left foot, lift the left knee, extend out through the left heel, lengthen crown of the head forward, heel bone back, tailbone back, lengthen and hold. Feel all that length. Exhale, drop that left knee. Drop the left foot, unwind right hand, step that right foot back, downward facing dog. Feel your dog. Bring the left foot back behind the spine, lifting the heel towards heaven. Hips remain square here, so not doing a huge hip opening. Big sweep forward with that left foot. Drop the right knee. Drop the right toes. Drop the right foot. Come on up, kneeling warrior. Right hand comes forward, left hand comes back. Look back at that left hand. And then switch. Left hand forward, look back at the right hand. And then allow yourself to sweep hand to hand with the breath. And then inhale, come up, kneeling warrior. Float both hands down, wrapping left hand, arm behind left calf. Pinky toe and thumb on left side coming together. Curl the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee. Extend through that right heel. Creating length in the whole body. Heel pushing back. Shoulders pushing back. Everything else pushing forward. Lifting forward. Crown of the head, ribs. Hip flexor. Feel all that length. Lift the thigh a little higher. Exhale, unwind. Step that left foot back. Downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look between the hands. Step, walk, float, or jump to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, bookshelf pose. Long, strong structure. Exhale, sink to the earth. Bend the knees, drop the buttocks. Push down through the heels. Feel the strength of the quadriceps and the buttocks. Lift you up, reverse swan dive. Exhale, prayer. Feel. Where is this journey taking us today? Where are you going in your mind, your body, your breath? Stay open. One of our practices in our yoga is to have what's called beginner's mind. Sometimes beginner's mind is like you're going on a drive in the countryside with your parents and you're in the back of the car and you're just looking out the window without a destination in mind, simply noticing, where am I going? Where is this taking me? Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen crown to tail. Exhale, earth. Step, float, walk, or jump back to high plank, push-up pose. Hold push-up. Exhale, gently bending the elbows. Lower down, you can hover into chaturanga or come all the way to the belly. Bring the tops of the toes down and then lift up. Extend the arms, elbows facing forward, shoulders come back. Squeeze the buttocks. Lift the kneecaps if you can. Feel your upward dog. And then come back, downward dog. Right foot high to the sky, three-legged dog. Now step the right foot forward between the hands and drop the back heel on that right side of the mat. So right foot, left foot lined up, left foot down, arch of the foot facing the heel of the front foot. Bring that left hand up and back, warrior two. Virabhadrasana 2. Bring the hands to the hips. Let's do a check-in. Look down at that right knee and make sure that right knee is aligned with the toes, the middle toes. Make sure its structure is stable. Now, with the back leg, lift the inner thigh up. And as you do, press out through the calcaneus, the heel bone, so that back leg is stable. So you're completely held in warrior two legs. Look to that left shoulder, float that left hand up, and reverse the mudra, letting the shoulders remain soft. Look over that front hand. Keeping that beautiful mudra but strong, stable legs. Drop the back hand. Reverse triangle, reverse warrior, dancing warrior. Inhale. Keeping that delicate touch on the mudra. Straighten the front leg. As you straighten the front leg, drop the back hand, reverse triangle. And then from reverse triangle, again keeping the soft mudra, reach forward with that front hand, windmill the hands down. Resist the temptation to use this bottom arm as support. Let the body's core support you. Head to heaven, if that works. Inhale, unwind, flow down. Release the mudra as that left hand windmills down. Step back, right foot downward facing dog. Allow the head to come forward, high plank. Feel high plank, feel the core. Adjust the hands under the shoulders. Elbows roll in as you bend 90 degrees. Come on forward onto the toes into chaturanga if you can. Toes come down. And press up, extend, squeeze buttocks, shoulders back, chest forward. Exhale, curl back, downward dog. Left foot high to the sky, three-legged dog. Now left foot comes down between the hands. Right foot's going to line up with that left foot. I'll have my back to you, but I have eyes in the back of my head, so keep that alignment. Look at that back foot before you come up. Pigeon-toed. Heel further back than toes. And then windmill that right hand up, mudra out. And just for a moment, hands on hips. Look at that back leg, stabilize. Feel the alignment, heel bone, knee, hip. Front leg, knee. Warrior two, soft warrior two. Coming back, dancing warrior. Strong, stable legs, soft finger connection. Come up. Straighten that front leg. Reverse triangle. Come back, reach forward, extend. Right hip extends back. Feel this in that front leg. Windmill the hands. Softly release, warrior two. Right hand comes down. Step that back foot forward. Stepping to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, bookshelf. Exhale, dangle to the earth. Buttocks comes down. Feel the weight move into the heels. Feel the quadriceps light up. Big wings out. Palms face the ceiling. Slowly come up. Exhale, prayer. Let the hands dangle. Let the hands find your thighs as the feet walk apart. Rotate the feet outward into sumo squat preparation. Let the hands slide down the thighs. Let the knees bend down in the same direction as the toes. And for a moment, find halfway where the arms lock in. So the arms remain straight. The shoulders may come up towards the ears. That's fine. Now drop that right shoulder down towards the earth. Look behind you. Push that right hand against right thigh. Right arm straight, left arm bent. Inhale, neutral. Opposite side, exhale, push that straight extended left hand, left arm into that left thigh. Drop the left shoulder towards the earth. Look over that right shoulder. Inhale, neutral, and then slowly descend down into your squat. Adjust the feet in a way that that squat feels as natural as you can. You might even use blocks to sit on, one or two. Ideally, we're trying to extend through the ankle joint, through the Achilles tendon. We're trying to feel the stretch in the calf muscle. We've got the internal adductors stretching out. So there's a lot that needs to come together for this squat. You can bring the hands together in prayer at the chest. You can use that prayer to push the hands together and push the elbows against the thighs. And then, as if that's not enough, you can sit up straight. You can drop the sit bones down, shoulders roll back, chest blossoms forward. Close the eyes and bathe in the sensation you're feeling, as if it's warm water washing over the body. Let all the sensation wash over you. And then exhale, release as you come down onto the sit bones. Leaning back into the hands. Allow the knees to sway from side to side. You can add that right arm and look behind you. Create a little thoracic release. Same on the other side. Side to side with the breath. You can grow that into Ardha Mandalasana, half circle pose, by dropping the front knee and lifting the back knee, and then coming to the other side. The next time you come to the right, pause and lift that right foot up, extend right toes away, fingers away. Bend that left knee and grab hold of the foot. Pull the foot back towards the buttocks. Bring that back shoulder, feel a stretch across the chest and the hip flexor. Exhale, release. Come to the other side. Rolling the knees to the other side. Lift the back heel. Starting with Ardha Mandalasana. Lift that right foot. Point the toes. Extend through the toes. Fingers trying to reach one wall. Toes the other. And then bend that top leg. Capture the foot. Bring that top shoulder back. Foot back. Feeling the stretch in the hip flexor and the chest. Exhale, release. Grab a block. Grab a block. Come to a comfortable seat. Now, a comfortable seat at this state in the practice could be full lotus, half lotus, swastikasana. You could have one leg extended if you have knee issues. You could have both legs extended. You could kneel on two blocks. For those who are new to swastikasana, grab one foot and bring it into the back of the knee hinge of the other. Start to bend the other foot, and you're going to take the other foot up behind and bring the toes of the second foot into the knee hinge of that swastikasana. It's a beautiful grounded pose. It creates a very nice stability. Where you sit is imperative to create a slight forward tilt in the pelvis to allow the belly to open up. Rock from side to side. Make sure you feel stable on that block or blanket. And then roll the hips forward and backwards. Once again, looking for stability, but also starting to gauge the orientation of your spine. Bring the spine to vertical. Push down through the hips, lift the ribs, lift the shoulders, roll the shoulders back and down. Feel a slight squeeze in the shoulder blades. Feel that stretch across the chest. Open the chest. Back of the hands rest against the thighs. Now press the back of the hands down and lift up a little more, particularly through the sit bones and the crown of the head. Crown of the head lifts, sit bones press down. Now relax the pressing in the hands, relax the arms, relax the face. So in these times of tension that we're experiencing here in the United States right now, we have a pandemic, very real pandemic. People are suffering. We have people suffering because of the life circumstances they were born into, through race, color. We have a clashing of ideologies, people defending beliefs and ideas. We have many points of view floating around, often feeling a sense of fragmentation and disconnection. So use this time in our yoga, this ending session, to find that place where we're not fragmented, where we're not disconnected. A place where our practice has led us. A place that's never missing, always present. But a place, if we're not paying attention to, easily feels lost and distant, unattainable. And the paradox is, as we come into this place inside of us that's never been traumatized, that's never felt separation, that feels so distant from everything else, there's suddenly a connection, a sense of belonging, a sense of sanctuary, safety, a sense of almost knowing that we all have this within us. This locus point, this center. A center that may be non-geographical, non-biological, but somehow sensed, felt, known. Let each new breath become a little deeper and start to feel the beginnings of the breath in the belly. As you exhale, gently squeeze navel back, focusing only on the exhale. Relax the belly to inhale. Let everything be natural on the inhale. Exhale, gently squeeze the navel back towards the spine. Empty completely. Squeeze a little more, like you're trying to fit into some tight jeans. Feel the pelvic floor tighten. Relax to inhale. Feel this gentle pumping action. Squeeze empty. Draw the navel back. Lift the pelvic floor. Relax to inhale. Feel this center of breath where the breath begins. The breath begins in these strong muscular actions deep down in the belly. And simply by practicing this type of breath, we start to take control of the breath. Rather than breathing unconsciously, this conscious breath, deliberate, slow, strong, starts to open the lung capacity, starts to move the toxins that the immune system has created to defend us. The lymph system being supported, the immune system being supported through this deliberate breath. And then the electrical impulses of the body, the nervous system starts to move into the parasympathetic response, again supporting the immune system, the lymph system, the whole body starting to work as one unit, one connected unit. Every feeling you sense right now, every stretch sensation of the breath, is happening in this moment. And in this moment is the only moment where we can possibly feel united, connected, together. The moment before thought, the moment behind thought, the moment where thoughts are further away. Stay with the breath, the sensation, the pumping. Inhale naturally, fully, deeply. Exhale, squeeze empty. Now if you can, start to slow the breath down. If the Ujjayi breath helps the focus, layer on the Ujjayi breath. And feel this sense of yourself as a united being, a united sense. Doing the best you can. Letting go of judgments. Letting go of the narrative that often pulls us out of this connected sense of self. And in that connected sense of self, let healing, digesting, resting, restoring, let all these things start to take place. Like you've simply stopped, unplugged, and are now charging up. Feel this precious time. Not as separate from everything else that's happening, just simply as a complement to everything else that's happening. This deep need to reconnect, remember who we are as a non-fragmented being. Continuing to stay with the breath, or if you have your own form of meditation that might be knocking at your door, you can continue on in this way. Or if what's knocking at your door is the rest of the day, the rest of the week, the next doing activity, just allow that to be okay as well. In this beautiful virtual way of connecting, knowing that there's no pressure to end the practice in any particular way that has to contradict where you're at. Simply allow yourself that permission. So if you're staying, you can stay in meditation or come down to Shavasana. And if you're leaving us now, let your hands gently come together in prayer position at the chest. And take a moment to just notice where this journey of yoga has brought you at the end of practice. From where you started, from where I started, to where you are now, to where I am now. Have a beautiful week. My name is Laurie. This will also be on my website, so namaste, and have a terrific week. Thank you for joining me.